Hey guys, so amongst the topics, or rather amongst the things that JUX talked on his interview with Wasafi was the famous 500 million, I don't know if it's in Tanzanian shillings or if it's in USD, but that topic right there was really a big deal, especially when Nigerians got a hold of it. And I think personally, when Mwijaku talked about it, because Nigerians are not following other radio stations like they follow Wasafi, it wasn't talked about, it was not talked about that much until when Diamond Platnumz's own employee, Beach Cole, talked about it, is when it gained some sort of legs, because people are like, yo, this is Diamond Platnumz's employee, and if he had the guts to say that, it must be true. This is what he has to say.
Though ikasemekana kwamba JUX amekopa milioni 500 ili kufanya harusi na anadaiwa na inabidi kuzirudisha hizo pesa. Lakini pia ikasemekana kwamba utamaliza hela zako sasa kwenye harusi tu.
Calm down, first of all. Not kusemekana. He's making it seem like it was being said. No, it was not being said. Your own colleague, aka Beach Cole, is the one that came up with that narrative. Or he said he saw JUX's bank statement, and it seemed like JUX was going bankrupt according to what he saw. Until when people started calling him out is when he hit that 360 so fast, went and said that, I saw his bank statement, he's rich, he's not as poor as people are saying. Even him, he forgot that he was the one who was spilling that narrative less than 48 hours when he was being called out with many people saying that, yo, bro, you need to pipe it down a little bit. Diamond Platnumz, you need to get your dog on leash because they're yapping too much at this point, okay? It's giving the disrespecting JUX, and when your kids are disrespecting your neighbors, it means that their mother is the one who is allowing that to happen. If you know, you know. Let's listen to more of this.
It is nakuwa nyingi sana and stuff like that. So hii unaweza kaiongeleaje?
Kwani sio kweli. Hiyo najua ni maneno tu. Sio hiyo Mwijaku sometimes ni mtu ambaye hutaki kumchukulia serious sana. It's not true. Sijakopa hela kokote.
Calm down, JUX. If you ain't gonna say it, I'm gonna say it to you, bro. It wasn't Mwijaku that made the story grow its legs, okay? It was Beach Cole. Oh, I know you and Diamond Platnumz are friends, are brothers, you're trying to be the good brother, friend, whatever you call it. But his own employee is the one who was spreading that narrative. And because of who that employee is to Diamond Platnumz is why many people kind of believed the story that you were going bankrupt, okay? Spending all your money trying to impress your in-laws. So just call a spade a spade. It was Beach Cole, yes. Mwijaku started with the narrative. Beach Cole hijacked it and trying to make it his own to sound cool, to sound the king of gossip. But honey, it beat him on the nyash immediately. The Nigerians started going on that disrespectfully, of course. Let's listen to more of this, you guys.
I'm a businessman, I can't do that. So kukopa hela niende kwenye harusi tena nairudishaje. So it's not something hiyo haipo kabisa.
Now, because I thank God for him airing it out. Okay, say first of all, I am a businessman, okay? And if I'm out here spending all this money to impress my woman, how am I supposed to keep up this lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? And he said that I can't do no such a thing. You know, according to the Nigerians, I think, according to Tanzanians, I think there's a language barrier. When Prince's mother was replying to Mangi, she said verbatim, word for word, my family catered for everything on traditional wedding when it comes to our own people. Probably the people that came from TZ, JUX kind of helped them a little bit to reach to Nigeria. But when it comes to arrangement and everything, it was my people. Traditional wedding was my people. Okay? JUX talked about that.
Harusi kuwa nyingi, as I said, zinaonekana nyingi, ni kweli zilikuwa nyingi, lakini ni harusi fulani. Kama mmoja nilifanya hapa Tanzania, nikafanya ile civil wedding. Harusi ya traditional ambayo ilikuwa imefanyika Nigeria, ni kama send off, ni upande wa kike, unajua.
He also mentioned that weddings look like there were so many events. They look like that way, but there are some weddings, for example, the traditional wedding, it was more like a send-off. It was more like the family of the bride sending off their child, and they're the ones who are catered for everything there. Of course, you all know that there was after party. There was, of course, a white wedding. Of course, there were some other things that JUX said that he managed to make sure that everything was being taken care of. And JUX also is saying that before he did this wedding, this is something that he's always wanted. If you've been following JUX for a while now, you all know that dude be walking big. At some point, people are clowning him, saying that you're not even bigger of an artist, but you're out here walking with 50 security guard. Why? It's not like fans are going to chase you down the road, but that is just who he is, man. Like, that is how he moves. You know what I'm saying? If you can afford it, then it's yours. He owned that life. Before all this.
Yani kule traditional, mimi kazi yangu ilikuwa niende mimi na watu wangu.
Yeah.
Lakini wao
washafanya kila
kitu.
Wao
wanafanya kila kitu kwa upande wao. Lakini japo it was expensive kwa sababu tuliondoka watu wengi huko. Went more than 70 people. Japo gharama zilikuwa ni kubwa ndio, lakini sio
na mmekaa zaidi ya wiki.
Zaidi ya wiki na nini. Kwa hiyo naweza nikasema gharama ilikuwa sio ndogo sana, lakini kwa sababu nilijua nakuja kufanya harusi, tukatenga, na mimi nikasema kama siku nataka kufanya harusi, I need to do a wedding.
He also added that when they were going to do the traditional wedding, all you had to do is go with these people, the people that he invited. Yeah, he catered for some expenditures. For example, you all remember the money that he added when Diamond and his crew were going. You know what I'm saying? The supposed mystery guy who funded almost more than 50% of the flight. Yes, that one. And JUX also said that the narrative is false, it's not true. At some point, they even said that JUX is closing his shop. Here's my thing. There are so many things that Mwijaku has said about JUX. And the real reason why they haven't grown legs, honey, is because nobody's checking out for those media or radio stations. Once Wasafi touch it, because Wasafi is close with Diamond, and Diamond is supposed to be Juma JUX's brother, immediately it reached Nigerians because they're like, bro, we understand if somebody else is hating on JUX, but you, it hit a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, tell me how y'all feel about it down in the comment section. Personally, I think he could have just called out that bitch calling Yash, because it's a little bit too much at this point. Disrespectful, of course. Now y'all know why I call it bitch calling. Keep it classy. Stay with you on my next one. Ciao.